And action. I'm Jake and he's Mike, and welcome back. Today we got a special episode once again. Last time we did my top picks for movies and categories, and today it's all about Mike. So I'll give it over to him, and we'll start off with the first category.
We're going with this sci-fi fantasy, right? So we're
Right,
going
right, right.
first. All
Sorry,
right.
I lost the list.
No, I got it right here. So with this one, I'll start with my honorable mention. Okay, honorable mention, a little bit of a deeper cut. We're
Okay.
going Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl.
Wow.
Yeah. Uh, just a great movie. Uh, honorable mention though for a reason. So I'm going to get to my actual pick here. This is a pretty easy one for me. I'm going with Avengers: Infinity War.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Not where I thought you were going.
Yeah, it's pretty easy pick. We discussed last episode, not a Harry Potter guy,
Right.
not a Lord of the Rings guy, but I do like Marvel movies. And I made this choice specifically for one reason. And did you see Infinity War on opening night?
I think I saw it the next day.
Okay.
Yeah,
So again, I saw this on like the preview day, like the Thursday.
that's wild.
The anticipation, huge. I'd seen every
Mhm.
movie. Very into it, especially at that point. I think that was 2018, so I would have been a sophomore in high school. Um, Packed house, large popcorn, large Pepsi. I think I may have had some junior mints in there as well.
Wow.
So
Elite.
great snack combo.
Elite candy combos.
Packed house. It was incredible. When Loki dies in the first 2 minutes, it was like, where
Kicks
are
it
we
off.
going? But just a great movie. It encapsulates everything that's great about Marvel into one movie, and there's not really a lot of bad.
No, no,
What are
I
your
agree.
thoughts?
So the movie theater experience, I had a similar time with Endgame,
Hmm.
not Infinity War. So Endgame, though, we were probably, I think, seniors or juniors in high school.
Think it would have been
Senior.
end of junior year. Yeah.
Okay, so we had me and my friend Tommy, my friend Michael, other Michael. Um, we went to like a midnight showing. We had a math test the next day, like
Oh,
at 7:45, and we were
brutal.
until like 3:30, and who cared? Like it was a great experience, but yeah, I mean, Infinity War, awesome part one to the I think the finale of my MCU, to be
Yeah.
honest. I think it's the end of like the good era of it. I know there's still some good movies here and there. I'm hearing Thunderbolts is pretty good, but
You haven't seen Thunderbolts?
I haven't.
Very good.
Um, but yeah, like I just don't think the early MCU will be touched. I mean, characters like Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, um, just all of those guys, like the main core. Just pretty incredible to see that in the final culmination of the last two movies.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it really came down to theater experience, which was just electric. And it's kind of a comfort movie. I go back to it sometimes. If I'm feeling like watching a Marvel movie, but I don't want to pick like to just be with Iron Man for 2.5 hours or just with Spider-Man or just with the Hulk, like I get them all for 3 hours. So
Hmm.
it's a great comfort movie. And like I said, I will mention Curse of the Black Pearl.
Fantastic
Just
choice.
great movie for so many different reasons. I listened to a video essay on like their decline recently. It was really
Mm.
well done. I can't remember the YouTuber's name, but really well done.
Yeah.
On to drama.
Drama, yeah, that's the next category. I'm curious for this one.
Yeah, a lot of different avenues.
It's a hard hitter.
Two, this is really hard. I got three that
Okay.
are on equal footing, but I'm gonna make a
You got to
choice.
make that
I'm gonna
final
cheat.
decision.
So my two honorable mentions here. I've got Prisoners, Denis
Okay.
Villeneuve.
Okay.
It's so good. It's so unsettling. Just showed it to my wife recently. She hated it, but only because she felt terrible the whole time, and that's what the movie's trying
It
to get
makes you
you to
feel
feel.
gross. You
It's
shouldn't feel
it's
good
it's
watching
so
it.
grimy, so rainy. It's got the feel of Seven, where it's just raining all
Mm.
the time. Another great one.
Yep.
Uh, it's so beautiful for such a terrifying movie.
That's Denny.
It's so good. Oppenheimer's my other honorable mention. I was a huge Oppenheimer fan. Went and saw it opening day. Drove to Ann Arbor. Was almost late to work because of this to see it in IMAX. Um, incredible theater experience. Again, seeing Oppenheimer, it's a
That was
it's
different.
why we have film.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer's incredible. But my choice for drama is if it can't get any better. You had a Sorkin pick. I have a
Oh,
Sorkin pick.
ooh.
A Few Good Men.
Okay. Okay.
This movie is incredible. Uh,
Yeah.
Another comfort movie for me. Tom Cruise at his
It's a comfort
very
movie for
best.
you?
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, it's
I'm not
so
saying
good.
it's bad. It's just a. I'm not. Hey, it's a great
I
film.
mean,
Great film.
some of it can be graphic, and Santiago gets mistreated, and
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
great.
It's whatever.
But I can't handle the truth, so I love this
Yeah.
movie.
You cannot.
Um, just we talked about Sorkin when you talked about Social Network, just the choppy dialogue. It it's Tom Cruise at his best. Demi Moore
Hmm.
is terrible in the movie, and that's fine.
It's
We
whatever.
just
She's.
move past that, but everyone else is on their A game. You get Jack Nicholson, and
I mean, Tom Cruise is throwing 100 miles an hour this in this film. I mean, it's
the
peak Cruise.
underrated Tom Cruise impression of Jack Nicholson is it's so good.
Can I get my Michael Bremen impression of Jack Nicholson?
No, no, you will not.
No?
That is
Okay.
not on my
Not
in
on the
my
list.
repertoire.
All right.
Um, Kevin Bacon just comes
He's in
in
everything.
at little parts,
He's
and
in
he's so
everything.
integral to the story as the prosecutor, and he'll
Hmm.
level with Tom Cruise. Uh, like I understand you're probably right, but you're gonna be in big trouble if you do this.
Hmm.
Like he's just so good. The movie is
He's
incredible. Tom
there's a,
Cruise in a full baseball uniform with stirrups,
I
hitting
mean
BP.
he's it's look like he looks like in anything he ever does, he looks like he's never touched a ball before.
Never.
Like it's actually alien like and it makes me feel what's like that paradox where it's like I know he's a human, but is he though? Like
Is he though?
is he?
Actually, that's gonna
Um,
come up later, I will
okay,
say.
okay.
Um, Maybe not for the reason you think.
Did
Uh,
you read the Code Red?
did you?
Did you? No, sorry.
It's so good. I remember my dad showed me that scene before I'd seen the movie.
Hmm.
He was like, "Yeah, this is like a great scene." We were just like in his truck going somewhere, and he was just like, "You gotta watch this. Like, this
That's
is
a
just
dad
great."
move.
Um, that movie rocks.
Yep.
And in that same scene where he's hitting BP, where he's talking about his his client that had a bag of oregano thinking it was weed, and
Oh
he's,
my
do you
gosh.
remember this part?
No, I don't.
It's right. It's when he's introduced as his character and he's hitting BP, and the prosecutor's coming over to him because he missed his meeting because he's a terrible lawyer, or not a terrible lawyer, but he's not on time. And he's talking about his client is being charged with having weed on the base, but it was oregano. He
Bro.
thought he had weed, but it was oregano. He's like, "What are you going to charge him with? Possession of a condiment?" So good. And
Is
that's
oregano even a condiment?
I don't know, but it works. It works with, and
Like
that's what I think
what?
every time. I'm like Sorkin. That's not a condiment. Like that's a seasoning.
That's
That's an herb, not a condiment. Possession of
confirmed.
mustard?
Confirmed. Sorkin does not cook for himself.
No, no. And he actually wrote this as a play on napkins while he was bartending.
Well,
Uh,
there you go.
but anyway, I'll
Great
move
pick,
on
by
from
the
A Few
way.
Good Men. So great though.
It's one of those like classics that I have not seen in forever.
Oh, it's
I
so
think
good.
I've only seen it like once or twice, and
Mm,
but like you just know it. I mean, everybody just knows what it is, and it's ingrained in I think culture as a whole.
for
So
sure.
great picks, great picks. Gonna have you move on to comedies now. This is a tough one for me, and I'm assuming it's gonna be different, way different for you.
The easiest
Oh,
choice for me. Favorite of our mutual friend Brennan Moran and myself.
okay,
The Other Guys.
great movie. Aim for the bushes.
I'd like I said in the last pod, not really into like raunchy, like super bad.
Hmm.
Um, like The Hangover is the only exception to that, which is your pick. The Other Guys is mainly clean for the most part.
I mean, it toes the line.
It but in the best way. Like it's
Yeah, like
edgy in the point to where like a lot of the jokes are going to go over the head of maybe like a 13-year-old or like a
right.
12-year-old that's watching, and but they'll get the jokes like aim at the bushes and Despot.
Like Will Ferrell's character the whole time, just like somehow gets the most attractive women in all situations that he's in.
It's so
Gator needs
funny.
his gag, you punk ass bitch.
It's so out of character. Michael Keaton,
Oh my
fantastic
gosh.
role in this
I don't want
movie.
no scrubs. I don't want no scrubs.
That's got to be that's a TLC.
He's like,
You're not trying to do this on purpose?
you know what you're doing. He goes, I actually have no idea what you guys are talking
He
about.
has a second job at Bed
Oh, yeah.
Bath and Body Works.
It's awesome, dude. This
Bed
whole
Bath and
movie
Beyond.
from start to finish, it does not get boring ever. Not
No,
once.
no, and the plot doesn't even matter. The plot's the worst
No.
part of the movie.
Plot's like actually terrible, but
Oh yeah, I
it's
couldn't even
it,
tell you the plot. Like I know that
I
the
know a
British
guy needs to
guy
get
is defrauding the pension.
somebody's getting ripping off the police pension. That's about
Derek
it.
Jeter's in this movie.
You shot Jeter.
Oh, the biracial angel.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my, it's so good. Couple of
So,
honorable mentions here. Um, School of Rock.
Jack Black.
I love School of Rock. Linklater film that really formative for me. Like loved watching that on road trips.
Hmm.
As a teacher, I can really enjoy it now as he's a substitute teacher in that movie.
Yeah.
Um, just I that's like a quote daily, like calling somebody turkey sub or
Again, another one that I could not quote a single. I could not
really.
say a single line from that movie.
Wow.
Yeah, and I like Jack Black. I think he's hilarious. You see the Minecraft movie?
I did not see the Minecraft movie.
Incredible movie theater experience, but we'll move on from that.
Another honorable mention, Benchwarmers.
Okay.
All comes back to
Those
baseball.
are like your two things, teaching and baseball, and that makes
Yeah.
total sense. So,
And you had a flex category when you went, so I have a flex one later that we'll get
yeah.
to. Spoiler, it's teaching movies. So
Okay.
I'll get
Okay.
to that at the end after my all-time pick. But yeah, the other guys for sure.
Classic movie.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like it could be a double feature. The other guys, and I just want to bring this up, The Nice Guys. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yes.
You should
Yes.
totally watch it if you haven't. Um, but yeah, just wanted to throw that one out there.
I
Two
agree.
similar names could be a double feature for a guys' night. So moving on, the next category is a documentary, and you could go wherever you want with this.
Yeah, a lot of different directions. So I have two honorable mentions. This is where Tom Cruise comes back into this, actually.
Tom
Have you
Cruise.
ever seen Going Clear?
I have not.
Okay, so it is an HBO original documentary about Scientology.
Okay, yeah.
And I had never really taken a deep dive into this. Wild. Uh, I won't get into specifics.
Pretty good
It's
though.
it is a good thing.
No, no, like a good doc.
Oh yes, good doc for sure.
Obviously,
Really,
it's your favorite of all time.
really, really well made.
Hmm.
Um,
Is it a
goes into Tom
series or
Cruise.
just a one-off?
It's a one-off, and
Okay.
it's very good. So it's my first honorable mention. Second honorable mention, uh, pick any 30 for 30.
I
Like
mean, yeah,
there's
that's easy.
like Catholics versus convicts for me personally is really well done.
Hmm.
Getting interviews from people who were there, plus a student who was there, like with the t-shirt manufacturing, really dives into it really well. But my pick is Navalny. Have you ever heard of this?
Is that English?
No. It's Russian. Uh,
Navalny.
you would really love this. Okay. It's on Max. It was a Max original, and it won the Oscar for Best Documentary, I believe, in 2020 or 2021. It's about a political activist in Russia, uh,
Probably dead now.
in our time,
Probably
who
dead.
stands up against Putin and the Kremlin. And I'm not going to give any spoilers, but you're on the right track.
Yeah,
It is riveting. It is quite an introspective look at the Russian government system and how they work, how their media works, how their hospital systems work, how protesters are treated. It makes me thankful to live in this place when you watch
for sure.
this.
For sure.
These filmmakers that did this obviously became very close to their subject. He was a willing participant, like he gave interviews for this. It wasn't just like news coverage of him. He like gave
Right.
interviews. So they became close to him. And then again, I don't want to give any spoilers because I think you would really like this
I'll
as
probably
well.
give it a watch.
Last time I checked, it was on Max.
How do you spell it?
Or HBO Max. Sorry, they just switched back to HBO Max. Did you
Did
see
they
that?
really?
Yes, they switched back, and their social media team has made countless memes about going back and forth. It's actually quite funny.
Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap.
That was an exact one for Michael Scott. Navalny, Navalny. Navalny.
Oh,
That is his last name. I can't remember his first name off the top of my head, but that is the
Alexei.
title of the documentary.
Alexei Anatolievich Navalny.
Yes. There is one scene I will say where they are interviewing um essentially a Russian aristocrat, part of the Kremlin, and um the guy is essentially so dumb he admits to something like very heinous
Hmm.
that is shocking.
The
Um
Navalny guy?
no, that no,
Oh yeah.
he's trying to
Or this guy's the hero of the
yeah,
story.
he's trying to uproot all of this. Um, it is incredible. I've seen it a couple times. It's not an easy watch, but I think kind of a necessary one.
Is this
Um,
something you would show to your class at some point? Or
if I were teaching it, well, it
sorry.
could be something I could work into my civics class, like in forms of government. And
Hmm.
if I ever teach world history, that would be something I'd be interested in for sure. At least
Like kind of a
clips of this to
contemporary
show.
history class.
But it's quite something. Yeah, so Navalny is my pick. And then again, 30
Cool.
for 30s, and it's called Glowing Clear. I can't remember. There's like a subtitle to it for the
Hmm.
Scientology one,
It
but
was something something Scientology and belief or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Have you ever seen Free Solo? That was one that I totally neglected to think about, but
I- Incredible.
also would have probably made my short list if I had even thought about it.
Yeah, thinking about it now, that probably should be on the honorable mention list, so that's
That's
good.
why I brought it up because I feel like that's something you would love, and I didn't want either of us to bring it up on our uh either of our episodes. So
Yeah,
because
that
I think
was
it
I
definitely
remember
deserves
watching that on
recognition.
a date with Caitlin early in high school, and
Yeah.
both of us just like
Uh,
you're just kind of in awe of it, and then you get
Palm
really
sweat,
tense, and then you forget to breathe, and
and then
oh,
you're like, wait, this guy's actually up there.
with not a single rope. Like,
That I don't know how that's even more than physically, mentally possible.
yeah.
I like the fortitude that, or just mental disability that you have to be able to do that. Like something's wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The mental is more interesting than the physical for me
Yeah,
because like obviously it's beyond anything I could ever do and very impressive, but anyone can train long enough to get certain holds on rocks with their
right,
feet and their hands, build up
right.
calluses and do that. But
Like
to
if you
have
can
the
do it with a rope, you can do it without a rope.
right, but to have
But
the mental acuity
like,
to look down. And because obviously, if you're up there and you're looking down and you're scared, you're not going to be able to do this. So to be able to look down and be like, I'm cool, I'm chilling,
yeah,
like that's special.
wild.
And like you're saying, there that it might not be special in a good way. Like that might be
Like,
um there could be something I would love to have his brain studied at some point.
yeah, like actually wrong with him.
Like is
Yeah,
there a part where where our brain controls fear? Is his gone?
might be. I mean,
Because it
like
could be.
legitimately, like might be missing something that fires in your brain that like
And
this is
how
dangerous.
and how does
This
that
is
strain relationships? You see him with his
oh
girlfriend in
yeah.
the show, and
There's
she's
no
like, I
way.
can't connect to you.
There's just no way. And the fact that nothing will ever be enough for him
Mhm.
outside of the climb
Yeah.
and just the sad fact of like knowing that he's probably going to die doing it.
Yeah.
And like someday we're gonna get that news line of his name's Alex Honnold, right? Alex Honnold probably
Sounds
is going
right.
to die at some rock somewhere, and
Yeah.
uh, that's just sad. But
Yeah.
and we'll move on. Good segue. To your guilty pleasure. This could be a fun one. Uh,
Okay, so guilty pleasure. I have I feel like I'm zagging, but these are just my guilty pleasures. So I'm just gonna
you
go
can
with it.
zig and you can zag. It's your episode, man.
Two honorable mentions.
Okay.
One, Beautiful Boy. Have you ever seen this?
As a guilty pleasure,
Yes.
how does anybody ever find pleasure out of that? I
It's
feel as
so
if you are not understanding the
no, I'm
category.
understanding the category. It's so well done that I feel a little guilty when I watch it. Like it's another movie like what was the one
Okay.
we were talking about earlier? Prisoners.
Yeah.
Like it's so sad. It's so heart-wrenching. but I love to watch it. Like
Okay,
I
I see
love
where you're coming
exploring
from. I
I
see where you're coming from.
I love exploring the relationship of like father and son, where a father is helpless to help the son. That
Yes.
is so intriguing to me and a guilty pleasure.
And you catch Timmy at a very early age. I am buying all of the Timothy Chalamet stock.
Yeah,
I
imagine if
did
you
it.
could have bought it at 2017 when Beautiful Boy came
I
out,
think I did it like 2019. I think I was almost 2020 maybe. I think I was like a freshman in college when um I was like, okay, this guy's different.
right
Uh,
around Dune,
oh, before that.
before
Before
Dune.
that. Like Lady Bird. I don't know if you ever seen Lady Bird.
Still haven't seen that one. It's on my list.
Yeah, him and that. I was like, okay. And then I made a presentation of Timmy and Leonardo DiCaprio and their career trajectories up
Hmm.
until the age that they were at, and I was like, same guy. I'm just saying.
That's a good comp, actually.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry to interrupt you.
No, good. Second honorable mention. I feel like this one fits the category maybe a bit more. Honestly, maybe not. I think it's actually down the same rabbit hole. Uh, Marriage Story.
Okay. Again, I don't know. I don't know if you get.
I get the category, but I don't like a stereotypical answer for this is gonna be like Legally Blonde, like where
No,
that's a guilty
it doesn't
pleasure.
have to be. Mine was good. I thought mine was a
Yeah,
good
no,
one.
yours was good too, but this is kind of my guilty pleasure. This is what I go
Okay,
back.
that's fine. That's fine. It's you. I
So,
respect you, and I see you. Are you okay at home?
they needed more conversations like this in this movie. That's for sure. Um, Funny story I have with this movie. Me and Caitlin have just moved into our apartment at Spring Arbor, newlyweds,
hmm
and we fire up Marriage Story.
Okay, that's
It's
probably not it. Probably got a little awkward there.
No, she loves this movie too. It can open up
Oh,
conversations into like, are we understanding each other? Are we asking the right questions? Are we being great spouses to one another?
yeah.
But great movie. Noah Baumbach, Adam Driver is elite. So
I
many
love
memes
him.
from this movie as well.
I
You have
love him
Scarlett
in that.
Johansson like stare like with the tears coming like so great.
ScarJo, ScarJo and him have some chemistry in that. I don't
Yeah,
know if it's good chemistry because obviously their characters really don't love each other at this point in the story, but
but they
whenever they're on
do.
screen together, but they do, yeah. Whenever they're on screen together, it's magnifying, or
Yes.
it's you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Uh, it's it's incredible. Adam Driver's awesome.
So great.
Is that another one of your
Honorable mentions?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Adam Driver, one more
Yeah.
also a great Adam Driver movie. Is This Is Where I Leave You, and I think you would love that movie. It's also a
Still need to
comedy.
see that one. Great
Um,
ensemble cast.
yeah,
Bateman
you
and
need to see that like yesterday.
okay,
You would love it.
good to know.
Moving on.
My pick might fit the category. The Irishman, Martin Scorsese.
Never even got through it.
Really?
Yeah, and that's like something that's so up my alley.
Yeah. You
Scorsese was my favorite director growing up. I mean, all of those guys are like A-list guys for me. Couldn't do
you,
it.
you got to get through it. You got to get through it. The payoff at the end is very good. Do you know how it ends?
No, I really have no idea.
Okay, you got to watch it then.
So I'm a bad co-host here on this one, but
No,
this is
no,
all
you're
you.
good. I
But I
think
have no
it's
notes.
on me because these are my picks. It's definitely on me. But it's like you said, A plus. Everyone around the board is so great. Scorsese's great too. It's a great look at his former films as well, of gangster movies, mafia movies, how it kind of converges. You had unions into it with Jimmy Hoffa,
Oh,
and I mean the climax of the film takes place in Detroit too, or Detroit suburb.
oh,
So
cool.
local to Michigan. It's very well done. Joe Pesci is it might be one of his best performances.
Wow.
It's
Right
better than
on.
Goodfellas for me because in Goodfellas he's just a screaming lunatic, which it fits the movie and his character perfectly. But
Yeah.
in this he's much more reserved. He's the boss. De Niro is great, obviously. So many lesser known actors on the outset that have just a few scenes at a time, like even Sebastian Maniscalco, is that how you say his last name? Maniscalco,
Uh,
comedian that's in this
okay.
plays like a boss that lasts like 10 seconds, but he plays the part perfectly. Ray Romano is great in this movie.
Wow.
Um, it I love
So
it, and
the
it's
thing
like
that
three and
I
a half
couldn't
hours
get
long.
past, the thing
What was
that I
that?
couldn't get past was the length.
Yeah,
And then also like the aging, de-aging, I just didn't buy it because like going back and making an older guy young, I don't think is very viable in a movie like this because like they might look young, but they don't move young, they don't
right.
feel young. And that's it just it's hard to get past. And I'm sure that I can if I actually tried, but I just didn't want that to, taint the image of that I already have of those guys, I guess,
Yeah,
in similar roles.
that's definitely the knock on the movie and why me liking it so much put it in the guilty pleasure for me
Valid,
because
valid.
not a lot of people like it, but
Yeah.
I do.
All right. I don't want to run out of time on you. So we're gonna move on to nostalgia here.
Okay. I will briefly mention my honorable mention so we can keep rolling.
Okay.
The Patriot,
Fantastic. We talked about it in
Braveheart,
the episode. Both of
uh,
them?
Braveheart.
Both of them?
Yeah, both of them.
Okay.
School of Rock is
Okay.
another nostalgia for me because of that. Uh, Very quickly, the Pistons 2004 documentary made about their season that they sold as a part of when they won the NBA championship.
Wow,
I
what a
consider
deep cut.
I consider that cinema. When they went on their playoff run recently, it wasn't much of one, but when they did, I rewatched it. I would watch this on a loop daily while playing on a mini hoop in my room.
That's
This is
such a deep
foundational
cut.
for me and peak nostalgia. But
Okay.
my pick for this will be The Rookie.
Okay.
Dennis Quaid,
It's a good pick.
playing a chemistry teacher who finds out that he hasn't thrown a ball in a long time. He played in the minors, can now throw a fastball like 97 miles an hour,
Which back then was gas.
105. Um, Great movie. Another teacher.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a theme.
I mean, this would be my dream one day to go out to a baseball team that I'm coaching, and I'm just all of a sudden just pumping Chad,
You're
and
just hitting
now I'm
home
going to play for
runs.
the Tigers.
Bam, bomb, bomb, bomb.
um, when he tells his son that he's going to the major leagues, Waterworks every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Beautiful movie. Well shot. It's really realistic.
I like
Um,
it. I mean,
it's
it holds up.
Yeah, it's John Lee Hancock. He did The Alamo after this, which he takes Dennis Quaid with him. He's done other great
Good
movies
movie, by
like
the way.
The Founder. He's the director of that as well. Um, I just love this movie. It's so great. The
Yeah.
Texas of it all, everything's bigger in Texas. The baseball is filmed really well.
Yeah.
Um, like the heavy hitter for the opposing team comes up, you're like, yeah, that dude's gonna hit a tank.
Like this
He
guy
just
is a power hitter, and
yes.
everybody knows a guy like that.
Okay, I'm good on that one. So we have enough time for the
You
others.
are? Okay. Okay. We're gonna go to all time now.
Yeah.
And this could be anything. It's just your favorite all time that has not been mentioned before.
Yeah. So honorable mention, About Time. We've discussed that to death at this
Yeah.
point on this podcast. Um, the other honorable mention I will mention is Good Will Hunting.
How do you like that,
Um,
man?
this movie's elite. Robin Williams is so good in this movie.
Yeah,
It's
that's
incredible.
there's nothing else to say about it other than like almost perfect.
Yeah. Like I
No,
don't
no,
even
no.
a lot of people talk about Matt Damon in the movie. He's okay for me. Like
Yeah, he's a
it's
good
really
lead.
good, but it's Robin Williams' movie, and
Hmm.
he carries this and makes it what it is. Um, Down to the production design of like his apartment is a mess.
Yeah,
He doesn't do any dishes. He's lost. He's
do
drinking a fifth a night of whatever
you
that is.
do you think that the retrospective, like we now know that he was going through whatever he was going through, do you think that adds even more to his performance?
So many
Uh,
layers.
Across the board, I feel like anytime I see him, I'm just like, it just makes me sad.
Yeah.
And that adds to this character as well,
Oh yeah.
because that is this character. And so it just adds those layers of, man, this is heavy hitting, but every time he's on the screen, it's like he's still Robin Williams, the comedian, the guy that makes you laugh, the guy that makes you feel seen and heard, because he's a great mentor in this film.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's almost like a look into what his real life was like when he wasn't entertaining,
Yeah.
for sure.
Hmm.
But the all-time favorite, just rewatched this recently that bumped it
I,
up.
I can't wait.
Another Sorkin film,
Oh.
Moneyball.
Okay. Okay.
This movie
I'm glad you went here because
is
this is an honorable mention for me.
this movie gets better every time I watch it, and I make sure that it's not on streaming that often.
No,
Or if it
but
is,
it
it's
is.
on
I
like
watch it every
Paramount,
time.
or like it'll make a brief like month appearance on Netflix, then go away.
Yeah,
Um, so
like
I
they
don't get to
know.
watch it that often, and I get afraid that I'm not gonna like it or it's not going to live up to expectations. It does every single time. This movie is incredible.
This
I
movie
just
gets on base. This movie always gets on base.
I just did that to my dad. I was at my nephew's coach pitch game,
Okay.
and I was talking to Tyler, my brother-in-law, and I knew my dad knew the answer to this. And um, it was actually how many companies are in the Dow Jones? And Tyler didn't know. And I went to my dad. I go, and he goes 30. And then I asked another question, and I snapped at him again. He goes, "Do you want me to talk?"
That's awesome.
When I point at you, yes, I want you to talk.
It's a very quotable movie.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, again, I think he writes so well that it's hard to mess it up from an
Yeah.
acting point of view, from a directing point of view, cinematography. Um, but yeah, it's fantastically written. Well done.
Great performance from Jonah Hill that could have gone so poorly.
Yeah, yeah. Odd choice, and it works though.
It works, and the chemistry between Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill is unmatched.
Hmm.
Um, and it doesn't culminate in this, but at the beginning, just he's, I like you, Pete. I like you, and that's a relationship. Like I
Yeah.
like you. You're gonna take me to where I need to go, and I'm gonna buy into this all the way.
Hmm.
The kind of an underrated father-daughter storyline
And
that
yeah,
ends the movie. It kind of gets neglected in there, but if you look at it in a certain light, he neglects it in his own life. So it's
yeah,
kind of told through his perspective. So he's coming and going into that whenever he wants. And at the end, I think he kind of realizes this is kind of what's more important with the song playing there at the end.
yeah. And I mean, the butterfly effect of this, of his daughter being there, um, he doesn't take the Boston Red Sox GM job because of his daughter. And that's something that is seen in the documentary that's on Netflix right now. And he's the direct reason why Epstein got the job.
Yep.
And then the Red Sox go on to be the perennial organization in Major League Baseball. And so, like, who knows what would have happened? Would they have been better? Would they have been worse? Would have been the same?
Would we have Fever Pitch, the movie?
I and can I be honest? I love that movie. I know
That
that's like
that
a
movie
not.
sucks. That
I
movie
know
is
that
so
sucks,
bad.
but it is so. That is a guilty pleasure. Okay,
Yes, it
Fever
is.
Pitch is a guilty pleasure.
Another teacher movie.
The fantasy baseball aspect of that, the
Yeah.
running on the field, Drew Barrymore, Jimmy Fallon. I mean, come
Johnny
on, man.
Damon.
It's so good.
I hate that movie.
It's a movie you would hate.
Yeah. Moneyball though, so great.
Moneyball,
Ron
fantastic.
Washington, Chris Pratt, Brad Pitt, Jonah
Hmm.
Hill, like Robin Wright,
It's
Spike
just
Jones makes an appearance mispronouncing Giambi. So great.
who plays
Giambani.
Jeremy Giambi in this movie? Because
He looks just like him.
it's weird, but he's like 5'5".
Well, and David Justice, his character or the guy
Yeah,
playing him played
looks
minor
just
league
like him.
ball, and
Hmm.
his nickname was like it was like Little Justice because he looked just like David Justice. And he
Wow,
gets cast in the movie. Isn't that
that's pretty
crazy?
crazy. Yeah, Chris Pratt
Um,
also.
what?
Chris Pratt also.
Yeah,
Is this Fat Pratt? Is he still fat in this movie?
I think he's transitioning. Like
Mid
it's
Pratt.
it's
Okay.
mid there. Scotty H, pick a
I love that
machine.
character.
How many
I love
times did
that
we say
character
that on the baseball field?
so many times.
As soon as somebody
Or
picks the ball,
I
Scotty
actually just
H.
quoted this movie. I was talking to my buddy about doing a dynasty football, fantasy football league,
Hmm.
and I was like, it's not that hard. Like, you don't really have to think about it. And
Tell him watch.
my one buddy was like, no, it's actually really, it's gonna be a lot of work. And I'm like, that's that scene. It's incredibly difficult.
It's
But
incredible though.
everything in life worth doing is.
Yeah. What about the fans? Yeah, maybe I can teach one of them.
Yeah. Classic.
The movie's so good. I want to get to my flex category.
Yeah, I don't know how much time we have.
We got 4 minutes.
Okay, you go.
Um, Flex category, I spoiled it earlier. Teaching movies.
Teacher movie.
Mentioned a bunch, but I have two that are my top two.
Okay,
First one, Dead Poet Society.
fantastic. Another
Uh,
Robin Williams.
Another Robin Williams.
He's
He
awesome in that.
so good.
I need to watch that movie. I've tried to find it on streaming. It's just nowhere ever.
That's another one like Moneyball. It comes and goes. Like it's a month here, a month there. Try and watch this in the fall every year because it's a very
Hmm.
fall winter mix movie.
The whole vibe,
Ethan Hawke, incredible, and then a litany of like teen actors that
just like
are
those
like
guys.
a guest spot in like a Law and Order
Yeah,
episode in
yeah.
2015.
You're like, wait.
Um, but it's so good. Like pressure from parents, pressure from outside influences. What do I actually want to be? What's a teacher's role in kids' lives? Like it's hard to understand because you want to, as a teacher, like have these close relationships with students, but am I overstepping? Like
Hmm.
I want their parents to have an influence on their lives as well. So it's very hard and it walks that line very well. But my number one overall pick for teaching movies recently came out was a preview for Oppenheimer when I saw it, The Holdovers.
There we go. Another one
Have
I
you
have
seen
not
this?
seen yet. No.
This movie rocks.
When I saw the trailer, I'm like, that's a movie I'm gonna love, and I wish they made more of these. And then I'm the problem. I'm the reason they don't get made because I never went and saw it.
Neither did
And
I.
so
I
I
saw it
felt
on
bad.
streaming.
I still feel bad, but they need to start making more movies like this where
Mhm.
they're original stories and
I
not like
believe,
just sequels and remakes.
yes, I believe this is on Peacock right now.
Okay.
It was on Prime, but now Caitlin and I have decided this is going to be a yearly Christmas viewing for us.
Oh wow, it's that good.
Yeah, it is incredible. I rated it 5 stars on Letterboxd, and my review with it was just I love teaching
Awesome.
because it it hit at like the perfect time around Christmas time where getting tired, first year of teaching, like I didn't have any doubts like do I love this or like am I hating this? But it just gets hard.
Yeah.
And this movie just kind of reinvigorates the passion a little bit of like you can
Lights
have an
the fire.
impact. Uh so that's
Giamatti
really
pretty
great.
good.
What was that?
Giamatti's good.
He's so good.
I mean, he's good in everything pretty much, but
He's a disgruntled history know-it-all, and this is the way I do things. And
this is
um
you in 30 years.
pretty much. Um this is how I do things. You need to conform to it or die.
Mm,
And the premise is that these kids get held over from break because their parents don't take them for whatever reason over break. He has to watch these kids.
mm.
And it's not really a spoiler to say all of the kids except one leave on a skiing trip with one of the rich kids. So it's
Oh
just
wow.
him and this one student and the cafeteria woman who's just lost her son in Vietnam. And
Yeah, just a lot of
it
points there.
it it all comes together and there's more plot to it, but it is beautiful.
Wow.
It's really well done. Um, I think I put together a pretty good list. I may
I
have
do like your
disregarded
list.
guilty pleasure a little bit, but those are my guilty pleasures, so I'm sticking to it.
Hey, and that's all that it is. It's your
Yep,
list, so you can do whatever you want. So, yeah, I think you made a great list. It's full of good movies. I think it's very you, as was mine, obviously. You can just it's cool to see different people and what their interests are. So,
for sure.
um I think we align pretty heavily,
Yeah.
but where we differ, I don't hate it at all. So,